Hello children, happy morning to all, and hope all of you completed the third chapter classwork, what is sent for you. So all of you write the classwork neatly by completing the index page, and also inside the note where you start in a new page with date and write the classwork neatly with black pen, the heading and question in black pen and the answers in the blue. By leaving enough line, you write very neatly. Index also leave one line. I have sent the photograph how to write. So in the same way you follow for all the lessons, and you cover the note, and the classwork must be very neat, write with neat handwriting. So completing the classwork alone is not important. You have to study. Whatever we are sending the homework, you write as home test, and you learn all the question and answers with thorough spellings. Spellings is also very important. So please follow all these things. Hope everyone completed the third chapter. Now, today in this class, we are going to start the new chapter. That is the chapter 4, Matter and Materials. Matter and Materials. Now, what is matter? Matter means what? Surrounding us, we are seeing so many things. Even in home, in your house, you could see so many things. Whatever you see, that is the matter. Anything which has weight and occupies space. So what is matter? Matter is anything. It may be a table or chair or water bottle or even this chalk piece. This is a matter because it has weight. It has some weight. So anything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Okay, so all the objects, if it is a cloth, it is also a matter because it will have some weight, and if you keep it in a place, it will occupy some space. So even the book or notebook, the chalk piece, then whether it is a box, whatever it is that has weight, even a small pen or pencil, chalk piece, whatever it is that has weight. That means it will have, even it is a small, the weight is very less or more. Whatever it is that has weight and occupies space, it is a matter. Okay, this matter is made up of molecules. So what these matter are made up of? A small unit called, it is made up of a small unit called molecules. Molecules are nothing but the small unit in the matter. அதாவது இப்போ ஒரு புக்குனா அது எதால செஞ்சிருக்கும், அதுதான் molecules. எதால ஆகியிருக்கோ அதுதான் molecules. And this molecule is made up of still smaller units called atoms. This molecule is made up of still smaller units. So the atoms are the smallest one in a matter. Do you understand, children? Anything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Example, chalk piece or book or water bottle, whatever thing, cloth, whatever it is. You can say any example that has weight and occupies space is a matter. And this matter is made up of small unit called molecules. அந்த மேட்டருக்குள்ளே என்ன இருக்கும்? molecules. அதுக்கு பேர் molecules, a small unit. That molecule is made up of still smaller unit. அந்த molecule எதால் ஆகியிருக்கு? Called atoms. So this atom is the building blocks of a matter. Building blocks of a matter. So this atom is the building block of a matter. For example, you take this chalk piece. You can break this into smaller units. Is it not? If you break this, it will divide it into a very small piece. So let us keep this as a molecules, that smaller. Now this is a matter. If you break this into a tiny pieces, சின்ன சின்னதாக உடைச்சிங்கன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் molecules. Still, if you make it powder, even that powder, for example, see, can you see this blue color? See, this is the chalk piece powder. Can you see? It is falling down. So, even to that smallest particle, if you break down, that is the atom. நல்லா நுணுக்கிட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா, பொடி பண்ணிட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா powdery, it will become powdery. That powder particle, that last particle, minute, very minute, is called atom. Understand? So matter is made up of molecules. That molecules is made up of still smaller unit called atoms. So let us consider this atom as the building blocks of matter. For example, now you are in the house. Just if you see means it will simply look as a house, a building. But it is made up of what? Inside the building, what is there? Bricks. Is it not? We can't see that bricks if a building is completed. But while constructing, you could see. Fulla complete பண்ண buildingல உள்ளுக்குள்ள இருக்கிற செங்கலை நீங்க பார்க்க முடியுமா? முடியாது. But it is a building, what is that? Basic thing with what the building is constructed. செங்கல் இல்லாம வீடு கட்ட முடியாது. கட்டி முடிச்ச வீட்டில் நீங்க செங்கலை பார்க்க முடியாது இல்லையா? அந்த மாதிரி தான். So if you take chalk piece, it is called matter. This matter is made up of molecules. So molecules are the small unit of matter. Still, this molecule is made up of atoms. Atoms are still smaller units. And so it is called as the building blocks of matter. So I hope you all understand what is matter, molecule and atom. It is a basic concept you should understand well. And the next one is now let us see about what is element and compound. So now we studied that atoms are the building blocks of matter. If the atoms are of same kind, atoms of same kind is called element. Okay, atoms of same kind is called element. That is, in chalk piece, if you break this into a minute particle or if you make it as a powder, Even then you can't find any other thing in this chalk piece, only that white powder alone, whatever color it is. If it is blue or green or yellow or whatever color it is, pink, if you make it powder, till the end you could see only the chalk piece powder. Will there be any other thing present in that? No. So the chalk piece matter is made up of an atom called calcium. இது எதனால செஞ்சிருக்காங்க? Calcium. So till the end, if you make it even a smaller unit, you can find only this calcium. It is made up of calcium, சுண்ணாம்பு. So in the calcium now you can see no other things present in this chalk piece. So such is kind of atoms of same kind. No other thing is present. That is called as element. Understand? Atoms of same kind. Next one, compound. C-O-M-P-O-U-N-D, compound. Compound means two or more atoms will mix with each other. Such they combine to form a matter. Two or more atoms combine. For example, when your mother prepares tea, she will add water, tea powder, sugar, milk, everything combines to make a compound tea. Is it not? While preparing, your mother prepares tea, you go and watch. First she will keep water on the gas stove, then mom will add a teaspoon of tea powder, then she will add sugar, then finally she will add milk. So she is adding 4 things in that. So 4 atoms combine together to form a compound. Or when you drink milk, you will add some other substance. What is that? You may add some extra drinking matter. For example, Boost, Bournvita, Complan, so many health drinks are there. You will mix that. You will add sugar. So 2 or 3 atoms are combining to form that milk. So it is called a compound. Understand? So such a thing in which 2 or more atoms combine together to form compound. Okay, more than one atom combines. More than one atom combines to form a compound. To form compound. Example. The example given in the book is water. The molecular formula for water is H2O. So in this 2 atoms are present. H is for hydrogen and O is for oxygen. So these 2 atoms, hydrogen and oxygen, combines to form water. So water is an example for compound. Understand, children? So this is the basic concept you should understand well. That is, anything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. You may take any example for that. And that matter is made up of molecules. It is a small unit of matter. And these molecules are still made up of smaller unit called atoms. And it is the building block of matter. Next, element. Element means atoms of same kind. Example, chalk piece. Example, chalk piece. It is made up of calcium. Example, chalk piece you may take. Simple example. It is made up of calcium. Next, compound means more than one atom combines to form a compound. More than one atom combines to form compound. Hope you all understand up to this. So read the book and understand the concept thoroughly. It is very important. Next topic we are going to see about arrangement of molecules. Now only I explained that matter is made up of molecules, is it not? And now let us see how that molecules are arranged in a matter. Arrangement of molecules in matter. So in a substance, how the molecules are arranged. Let us see about that. So first, the matter is of three types. Matter is of three types. Exist in three types. What are they? Solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so surrounding us so many matters are there, and that we classified that into three types: solid, liquid, and gas. Now how the molecules are arranged in solid, liquid, and gas, let us study. Okay, so let us take this as solid and this as liquid and this as gas. And in this the molecules were arranged. How it is arranged, let us see one by one. In solid, the molecules, the smallest particle is called molecules, is it not? And this molecules in solids are closely packed. How the molecules are arranged? They are closely packed. There won't be any space in between. So the molecules will be closely, very closely. These are the molecules. Each one is a molecule and the molecules are very closely packed. Like this. But in case of liquid, the molecules are loosely packed. That means you could see some space in between the molecules. They were loosely packed. Like this. Are you able to see clearly? Okay. This is liquid. Then next one, gas. In gas, the molecules are very loosely packed. In liquid, loosely packed, and here the molecules are far apart. Romba thalli thalli irukum. Now can you see the difference between the three? In solid, molecules are closely packed without any gap. But here in liquid, the molecules are loosely packed. You can see the gaps in between. But in gas, the molecules are far apart. Romba thalli thalli irukkudu. So, based on the arrangement of molecules, the properties of the matter will be. Molecules eppadi arrange ஆயிருக்கோ அது மாதிரி தான் அதோட properties இருக்கும். For example, as the molecules are very tightly packed, the solid gets the definite shape and volume. They have definite shape and volume. As the molecules are very tightly packed, they get the definite shape and volume. அதுக்கு ஒரு ஷேப் இருக்கும். இப்போ சாலிட் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு ஒரு ஷேப் இருக்குது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் திஸ் இஸ் த பாக்ஸ் அண்ட் திஸ் பாக்ஸ் ஹேஸ் டெஃபினைட் ஷேப். வாட் ஷேப் திஸ் இஸ்? கியூபாய்டு. or square. You may say a square also, or cuboid. It has a definite shape. This shape will not change. Often it will not. Only if we crush that it will change, or else it will remain as it is. Idoda shape change ஆகாது. And it has a weight and volume. Is it not? Because the molecules are very tightly arranged inside this. That is why it has definite shape and volume. But in case of liquid, as the molecules are loosely arranged, it do not have definite shape. Do not have definite shape. அதுக்கு definite shape இருக்காது. It takes the shape of the container. நம்ம எந்த கண்டெய்னரில் ஊற்றுறோமோ அது மாதிரி தான் ஷேப் இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் வி pour the liquid in water in bottle, it will take the shape of the bottle. இல்லையா? இதுக்குள்ள தண்ணி ஊற்றுனா இந்த ஷேப்பில் தான் வாட்டர் இருக்கும். Because it doesn't have definite shape. அதே நீங்கள் ஒரு பீக்கரில் ஊற்றுனீங்கன்னா இந்த பீக்கர் ஷேப் எடுத்துக்கும் வாட்டர். So wherever the liquid is, it takes the shape of the container because it doesn't have definite shape as the molecules are loosely packed. In the same way, gas, as the molecules are loosely packed, it also do not have definite shape and volume. Take the shape of the container. It has definite volume but no definite shape. Understand? And as the molecules are tightly packed, it doesn't have intermolecular space. See, if this is one molecule and if this is the another molecule, there is a space in between. That space is called as intermolecular space. That space is called intermolecular space. இந்த ரெண்டு மாலிக்யூல்ஸ் நடுவில் இருக்கிற ஸ்பேஸ் பேர் தான் இன்டர்மாலிகுலார். இன்டர் மீன்ஸ் பிட்வீன். Between the molecules, the space is called intermolecular space. And there will be a force between these two. They will attract each other. That force is called as intermolecular force. Intermolecular force. Do you understand? ரெண்டு molecules இடையில there will be space. See, in gas particles the space is more. Intermolecular space is more. In case of liquid, intermolecular space is less. And in solid, no intermolecular space. And so the force between the intermolecular molecules is very less in case of solid and more in case of liquid, and it is very less in case of gas. Intermolecular force more in case of solid, less intermolecular force between the liquid molecules. அதே gasல intermolecular force no intermolecular, very minimum. That is why they are very loosely arranged. Do you understand, children? So you studied what is matter, what is molecule and what is atom. Now we are learning about the arrangement of molecules. Or matterla molecule eppadi arrange aayirukku. In case of solid, molecules are very tightly packed. In liquid, loosely packed, and in gas it is very far away. Molecules alla romba thalli irukku. Understand? So based on this arrangement of molecules, I will give like a tabular column just for easy understanding. So matter is classified into three types. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. So molecules, it is divided into solid, liquid and gas. Is it not? So how it is arranged between them? Intermolecular space. Intermolecular space. intermolecular force. Intermolecular force. Then about that shape and volume. Shape and volume. Now, how this, you can divide this as tabular column. Then it will be easy for you to understand. Now, how there's intermolecular space between solid tightly packed. Tightly packed. Then what about in case of liquid intermolecular space, how it will be? Loosely packed. Loosely packed. Then in case of gas, far away, far apart. The molecules are far apart. இல்லையா, ரொம்ப தள்ளி தள்ளி இருக்குது. Then intermolecular force, how it will be in case of solid? Intermolecular force maximum, ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருக்குது. That is why they are very close, they attract each other. That is why they are very close and keep the matter tight. Then in case of liquid, you may keep it as less intermolecular force. Okay, that is intermolecular force less when compared to solid. Less when compared to solid. You can keep like this. When comparing to solid, the intermolecular force is less. Then in case of gas, the intermolecular force will be minimum. The intermolecular force is minimum. Next, what about the shape in solid? Definite shape. Definite shape. In case of liquid, no definite shape because it takes the shape of the container. Next, in gas also, no definite shape. It also takes the shape of the container. If you blow air into the balloon, it takes the shape of the balloon. Or in any other rubber tube, circular tube, it takes the shape of that circular tube. So in whichever the gas enters, it takes the shape of the container. Next one, volume. Volume means what? Their weight, total weight. How it will be? And it will be also in solids, it will be definite volume. It won't change. For example, if you take this water bottle, it is a half-liter water bottle. So always this volume will be the same. It won't change. But in case of liquid, it do not have definite volume. No definite volume. Okay, and in gas also no definite volume. It often changes. So if you write a tabular column like this, it will be very easy for you to remember. Solid has tightly packed, that molecular space. Molecular force maximum. Shape, definite shape. Volume also definite volume. In case of liquid, the intermolecular space loosely packed. Force less when compared to solid. Solid compare பண்ணும்போது less ஆ தான் இருக்கும். If you insert the finger in water, it is moved. Your finger, it gets inside, is it not? தண்ணிக்குள்ள கை விட்டா தண்ணிக்குள்ள போகுதுல்லமா, because the molecules are loosely packed. But in the chalk piece, if you put can you insert the finger? No, because the molecules are tightly packed, no space in between. Intermolecular space இல்ல, அதனால தான் நம்மளால விரல உள்ள விட முடியல. But in waterல our what is that, finger gets inside, இல்லையா? So the molecules are loosely packed. They no definite shape and volume. Again, in case of gas also, the molecules are far apart. For example, air. Surrounding us, air is there, and we can insert our hand or whatever it is, because the molecules are far apart and they also do not have definite volume and shape, and the intermolecular force is minimum. And the moleculars எல்லாம் தள்ளி தள்ளி இருக்கிறதுனால அதுக்கு இடையில force, attractive force இருக்காது. Understand? So I think you are clear up to this. Next one, solubility in water. Solubility means what? Solubility means what is soluble? தண்ணியில் எது இதெல்லாம் கரையது, கரையும் தன்மை, இது இது எப்படி கரையும், that is the solubility of matter. Next topic, solubility in matter. Okay, so solubility means what? When we put some substances in liquid, it will get dissolved in it. கரைஞ்சிருது, அதுக்கு பேர் தான் solubility. Okay, now this solubility is divided into two, that is soluble and insoluble. Soluble and insoluble. So the substances which get dissolved in water, தண்ணியில் எது எதெல்லாம் கரையுதோ, those are called soluble matter. Okay, now example for soluble, get dissolved in water. Those are called soluble substances. Example, I think all of you know the example, salt and sugar. If you add salt and sugar in water, what will happen? It will get dissolved. Karanju poiduma illaya? I will show you now. Children, now I have taken water in a beaker, and to this I am going to add a pinch of, salt. I am adding salt to this. Okay, and I am going to mix this with a stirrer. Now, how this will look like? Will it get dissolved or not? It will get dissolved. Nothing remains at the bottom. It gets dissolved and becomes a clear liquid. It dissolved and get mixed with the water. So such substances which get dissolved in water are called soluble substances. Understand? Complete dissolve ஆயிடுச்சுனா அதுக்கு பேரு soluble substances. How this happens? எப்படி இந்த மாதிரி ஆகுது? Now you are taking water in a beaker. Water is there, and that it is a liquid. How the molecules will be in the water? Loosely arranged. இல்லையா? இப்போ இந்த வாட்டரில் இந்த மாலிக்யூல்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும், லூஸாக அரேஞ்ச் ஆகிருக்கும். Now you are adding another one substance, solid substances to this, that is salt. You are adding. So it is a solid, and when this solid mixed with the water liquid, they will go and occupies the space in between the water molecules, so that it get dissolved. இந்த மாதிரி ஆகுது. So in between water molecules there will be lot of space. In that space, this solid particle, that is that the sugar or salt, will go and occupy that space in between the water and become soluble. இப்போ புரிஞ்சுதா arrangement of molecules எப்படின்னு? This is called solids in water. That is solids in water. Solid எப்படி தண்ணியில கரையுது? Because in liquid molecules are loosely packed, and when we add solids, that solid go and occupy, that solid molecules occupy between the spaces. Example, mixing of salt and sugar in water. Hope you all understand. Next one, in the same way only, in your book they have given that potassium permanganate. It is nothing but it is a crystal. It is available in the lab la nama vechirupom. So children, this is that potassium permanganate crystal. I hope you all could see. Potassium permanganate. இப்போ நான் இதை வந்து தண்ணியில் மிக்ஸ் பண்ணுறேன். Now I am adding this potassium permanganate crystal. போட்டு ஆட் பண்ணுறேன். கேன் யூ see how the color changes. ஒரு சாலிட் தான் போட்டேன் நான். இட் இஸ் a crystal. கிறிஸ்டல்னா சாலிட். அதை போட்ட உடனே இங்கே பாருங்கள், it gets dissolved in water and the color changes. Because it get dissolved, it goes and it get dissolved and occupies the space in between the water molecule, and it occupies the space and it changes into like this color. Okay, so now this is the water. Solids in liquid. Understand children? It gets soluble. Solids in liquid water. Next one. So this is the potassium permanganate crystals. It is available in the lab. Okay, next. Next one. Liquid in liquid. Wait, I'll show you. Now we saw about the solid in liquid. Next one is liquids in water. Next topic, liquids in water. Liquids in water. For example, let us take two liquids. They get dissolved and it comes into and they appear as one liquid. Okay, they are miscible liquids. So this liquid in water is divided into two types, that is miscible and immiscible. This liquid in water is of two types, miscible and immiscible. Immiscible means two liquids, they mix with each other and appear as one liquid. But in case of immiscible liquid, the two liquids will not mix with each other, will not mix. Okay, they will appear as two layers. For that example, first one I'll show you. I am adding a drop of ink. I think all of you know this is the ink bottle. It is also a liquid, and water. Now I am going to add a drop of ink to this liquid. So I am adding a drop of ink to this liquid. Liquid, I am adding a drop, and the color changes and appears as one liquid. இல்லையா, ரெண்டு liquid, water a liquid, ink is also a liquid. Now these two liquids, they get dissolved with each other and appear as one liquid. This is called miscible liquid. Okay, next another one example I will show you. This one, if you add oil in liquid water, in home also you could do all these things, and you can what is that, see in straight how it is. Immiscible, next one, immiscible. Two liquid will not get dissolved with each other. For example, if you take a beaker of water and if you add, this is coconut oil, nothing but coconut oil. I am adding 2 or 3 drops of coconut oil to this water, and it will not get dissolved. It will be floating on the top surface of the water. I don't know whether you could see this now or not. In home itself, if you take a tumbler of water and if you add some drops of oil, the cooking oil or whatever oil it is, you could see that oil will not get mixed with water. It is floating on the surface. It is floating on the surface as a separate layer. Can you see the bubble? Can you see the bubbles at the top? Are you able to see? Because it doesn't get dissolved in that. It is floating as a separate layer at the top. The two layers do not get miscible. Such liquids in which it do not get dissolved with each other are called immiscible liquid. Okay. Next one. Gas. Gas in water. Next topic, gas in water. Example, soda you may take in our day-to-day life, soda water. That cool drinks and all. Even the cool drinks bottle, you will, if you keep it in a refrigerator or outside also, when you open, you can see that gas coming out. While opening the lid itself, you can hear the sound, pop sound, because of the release of the gas. That is the carbon dioxide gas, CO2. Carbon dioxide gas is filled in that liquid under pressure. அதில் மிக்ஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்காங்க. That is why when you open, that foam will come out. நொர மாதிரி வெளியே வருமா பாட்டில் இருந்து. That is nothing but the carbon dioxide gas mixed in that liquid. Understand, children? So in this way, when you heat the water, when you boil the water, you can see that bubbles will come out at the surface. That is nothing but that gas dissolved in that liquid. That oxygen molecules get released. Okay, so that is the gas mixed in the water get released in your home. When if you boil water in a vessel, you can see that water bubbles may come at the surface of the water and also the side of the vessels. It is nothing but the gas mixed in the water gets released. Okay, so today in this class, in matter and materials chapter, we discussed what is matter, what is molecule, what is atom, what is element, what is compound, and properties of solid, liquid and gas, then arrangement of molecules, next solubility in water, that is solid in water, how it get dissolves, then liquid in liquid, that is two types are there, miscible and immiscible, and gas in water. So all this we discussed. Children, you please read the lesson, open the book and read the lesson, then you can understand better. Hope you all understand. Thank you, children.